We weren't satisfied with that. We wanted to get another game in here and build what we believe is becoming the best week in the postseason. When you remove the championship game, tell me somebody else out there that could potentially put together 4 top picks of the 6 BCS conferences in the span of 4 days in the same stadium. Potentially 150,000 fans coming through Central Florida for that week. It'd be awesome. And I challenge anybody else out there to say they have something better than we have in our community. So we're very, very proud of the direction that's going. And Tom mentioned the Florida Classic. If you haven't had a chance to go to the Florida Classic yet, you need to go. It is probably one of the best collegiate experiences you may have. HBCU football is absolutely special. And those of you that have gone to the University of Florida, Florida State, or any one of these other schools, and you're used to going to get a burger at halftime, I'm going to tell you, if you want to be first in line, go at halftime at the Florida Classic, because nobody will leave their seat. The show starts when the second quarter is over with. I promise you, those 2 bands are musically and athletically the most gifted bands in the entire country. So I would ask you, if you don't get a chance to go to the game, go to TD Waterhouse the night before and see the Battle of the Bands. It is absolutely special. So we're proud that the 2 schools allow us to manage that product for them here in Central Florida. Membership, we're here today, and I know we got a couple notes here I was asked to mention, but I think if you join up with Florida Citrus Sports sometime between now and our Feast on the 50 in October, you will receive 2 free passes to the corporate village at the game this year, so hopefully you'll do that and take advantage of that. We also have in your bag raffle tickets. You'll be able to swing by the tailgate tent over there and check your ticket and see if you won a free associate membership to the organization. So I want to make sure I did my job appropriately, and the selfish plug. But membership's a lot of fun. It really is. They actually go out on the road and scout for us. We have some 300 scouts in any given year that sign up to represent us in the press boxes and on the fields in the SEC, Big Ten, ACC, and now in the future Notre Dame and Big East on the other games. So they're out there all season long, sitting there in the press box, going down there in the fourth quarter, shaking hands, going to the coaches' press conference in the locker room. Some of them we wish wouldn't go into the locker room, but they're changing. Nick Saban, hey, I was thinking you could run this, or Urban, hey, I had this play in mind. Look, you're there to represent the association. But in all fun, it is an awesome trip. It's an awesome time, and it gives you a chance to see that special experience that is college football on a variety of different campuses. So we'd love to have you as a member if you'd like, but really football is fun and we all rally around it, but it's the charitable aspect of what we do, I think, that makes us all most proud. When you think about the summer camp that we've been doing now for really 11 years, 2 sessions in the summer, at-risk kids in the Orange County system that need the help, need the attention. They come in, kind of sports is the hook in the morning, but all day long they're learning dancing, they're taking karate and all these things, and football and softball and basketball and swimming. But in the afternoon they spend time in the computer lab learning in the subjects that they're weakest in. And they get enrichment speakers in the afternoon talking about other careers than being Kobe Bryant or somebody in a professional sports atmosphere. So it's a really positive thing. I could talk all day. I won't about that, but we're really proud of it. The Take Stock in Children program Orange County did not have. It's the only county in the state without Take Stock in Children. We stepped up and offered to raise $1 million over the next 5 years so that we could have Take Stock in our schools. And that reaches out to kids on the free and reduced lunch program, at-risk kids. They sign a contract with the school. They're going to maintain a minimum grade point average. They're going to stay off drugs, stay out of trouble. If they do that, upon completion and graduating high school, their college is going to be paid for all 4 years. And that's our commitment to them. There is a 92% graduation rate from high school of the kids in that program. It's really, really special, and we've got now, I think, close to 50 kids. So I know I was asked, you probably open up the paper on any given day, and venues is always, I'm about ready to, anytime I see venues or somebody asks me venues, I want to jump off the SunTrust Tower because I've had enough. But briefly, I will say, we got to finish the job. And when I say finish the job, the community made a commitment to 3 venues. And it's in the best interest to this community's future to finish those 3 venues. One of them's done, excited about it, it looks great, it's going to be awesome. But we got to have an art center, and a meaningful art center, something that we're proud of. We got to get it done, and we got to fix the facility. We got to fix the stadium. And when you talk about that, I think that's the commitment. It's not one versus the other. You won't ever hear us say that. The stadium's more important than the Arts Center and vice versa. They do different things for our community. But I'm telling you, we all have to do business, regardless of what your profession is, and I know what all of yours is, but I tell you in ours, we have to talk to Notre Dame. We've got to talk to World Cup. We've got to talk to the Southeastern Conference, Big Ten. We're making commitments for years down the road. How in the world will Orlando be successful not only in attracting new business, but keeping the business that we have when your answer is, yeah, I don't know. I promise you we're going to do something. Some point. I don't know how much money it'll be able to generate in a single day. Don't know if your fans are going to have the type of experience that you expect. But, hey, I promise you, we're committed. That's not good enough. We're going to be lucky if we can renew our 2 ball games right now. We're trying to re-up 4 years. You probably read in the paper the other day, and we got a little ways to go. But if we can fend off the Wolves, and let me tell you, there's plenty of Wolves out there that are spending a lot of money. That damn stadium in Dallas, is visible from space. $1.2 billion and a jumbotron the size of 4 football fields. It is unbelievable. But, those guys are serious. And the beauty of this is we don't have to build that facility. We don't have to have a $1 billion facility. And for the first time, I think our folks here in this community back in 1990 were smart enough to add the upper decks, which are modern. A lot of you probably haven't sat in them, but they are nice. They got concession stands, points of service. They're comfortable, all the modern specs and codes. We were lucky that happened, and it was built independent of that 70-year-old lower structure. What does that mean to us? We don't have to spend $500 million building a 65,000-seat stadium. We can spend $175 and have something every bit as good as any NFL experience from a fan's perspective. You don't need 20,000 club seats in Orlando. You don't need 400 suites. We need a serviceable building that doesn't rule out Orlando as a destination for major sports, and that's what we're going to get. Now, it's already been approved. The funding source is there, and yeah, the economy's down. We're off probably some 20+% this year in tourism. The Citrus Bowl, I think you all widely recognize where its strongest suit is a tourism generator. It's an asset for attracting people. In the renovated building, the projection is some $250 million a year for our community. The jobs that it sustains, whether you would go there or not, it's an asset much like a convention center would be in attracting that business that we otherwise wouldn't have. And I'll just close by saying, no offense to Birmingham, but I don't want to be Birmingham. Our friends from the Southeastern Conference are here today. We got dinner with them. All the athletic directors are here, conference office. But, look, man, they let Legion Field go into the Citrus Bowl range and worse. But I tell you, they had the SEC football championship gone to Atlanta. They had what was the Outback Bowl in Birmingham first, moved to Tampa. They had Alabama-Auburn playing there every single year off campus. All gone. And what they announced last month? Going to build a domed football stadium in Birmingham. Now, I think, number one, I think it's crazy. Birmingham isn't Orlando by a large margin, but I think it goes to show you that we have got to at least keep up with the Joneses if we're going to be the kind of destination that we all want to be. And really, that's my stadium pitch for you. I believe in it. We need it. We need a future. We need the Arts Center. And when we get done figuring out where this economy is going to go, I'm not saying, hey, let's forget schools, forget security, forget municipal services, and start this damn thing January. But what I am saying is let's figure out in the new economy the way forward years down the road. Let's not just sit here and let it twist in the wind. We're going to cost ourselves business.